Hey guys, welcome to another video. It's your boy again, Vasco. So it's around maybe 3 in the morning. It's pretty late, and I wanted to get another part of me out there on my channel. So what I mean by another part of me is um, the part of me that suffers really. So a lot of times I post videos on optimism and getting ahead and finding things out about life, positivity and stuff. But all of that comes from this state right now, which is the fact that I think life is very difficult. Um, so why do I say that? So, of course, I think life is different for everybody, but based on my observations of people, those who generally are more alone or those who have no support um, coming in their way, whether it be financially or emotionally, bears more responsibility than those who have that support. So, to give an example of my case, I'm being supported financially by my parents. They live they live 8 hours away though. They're in Peru, right? So they're pretty far away. And although I'm being maintained just enough to survive, the emotional, um, I guess you could say, lack of emotional support does get to you. And I think that's actually even more important than having financial support. Because if you were surrounded in a family that's very stable and the house is clean and your parents are not divorced and it's and there's food all the time, I mean, but you have to work, I think it'd be easier than having sufficient money to get through the week, but having no family to come home to or no one to come home to. Now, this always has intrigued me because I don't really understand, and I still don't kind of, why we need to have people in our lives. I see it as some sort of weakness, but as I spent this week, for example, I've been pretty much alone the entire week, and I think it does get to you. It's a very weird, irrational thing, but it's been consecutive in the sense that I've noticed this pattern in myself for months now, where I just isolate myself. Um, I don't do it on purpose. I think it's just I don't seek people, and I think that's just, I mean, that makes sense, right? But I do feel that when my sister's home or my mom calls me or whatever, that my energy kind of goes up, which is very weird. But I think having no emotional support system is very, very harmful. So I think that's why life can be hard sometimes, because you're literally on your own, and you know that whatever you do is up to you. So you know if in the next week you're not seeing results in anything, it's because of you. You also know next week if you see yourself way out of shape, it's because of you, right? So in that sense, every single day is like a battle, you know. Um, so I do find life to be difficult. Um, Again, difficult because everything is on you, and we're not really shown any pathway. We're not shown any clarity in life, or very few people are at least. And so it's literally you being thrown into the world with an infinite amount of routes to go through. But how the hell do you know which one you're supposed to go through? You know, how do you know what's meant for you and what's just following what people do? So I don't know. I feel alone sometimes. There are very, 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 very few people who can understand my perspective on life. Uh, Again, I'm in university, so I just observe a lot of people, and well, actually, that's not true. I shouldn't say that because I don't know what people go through, but I definitely know there's some people that I call like social people. So you can tell by the way they dress, how they talk, how they walk. You know, they're very like out there in the social life, and I think those people don't really question much. Now, to a degree, I envy that because it seems like it's just a smarter thing to do. Like, why? They're arguing probably like, why question life? Just live it. and they're right. So I don't know. Maybe this is some sort of um, I would say it's a deficiency, but it's definitely a different way of operating in the world. And that being said, obviously there's people that have it worse than me, so I'm not comparing myself to. I'm not saying like I have a life rough, but I'm saying that it's difficult nevertheless, right? Um, so yeah, so I don't know. I always try, and I'm still trying to better myself. Um, I find that again, this is assuming you're alone, so your entire world, you're responsible for it. So I find that I've gone through constant ups and downs. I've tried going multiple times when I start from up, when I go from square one. So square one happens when you try something and you fail. So you go back to square one, back to square one. So square one, I've tried to get going again, but I go really fast and then I crash. And I've done that for like 5 times. So I said, okay, I'm going to stop doing that. Now I'm going to start going a bit slower. And it's kind of hard to go in between, you know? But I think that's what you have to do. Because if you go too fast, you're going to burn out. And if you go too slow, you're going too slow, you're not being efficient. So finding that sweet spot is what I'm trying to do. Um, and then emotions, man. Emotions are kind of a bitch, but they exist. So just gotta manage that. What else? And yeah, just being alone is hard, man. Uh, I never would have thought, when I was younger, this is what life would be like. I don't dislike it, but it definitely is a challenge. There's just so many like things pulling your attention. It's like school, exercise, food, cooking, money, relationships, cleaning your damn room, dishes. What do you want to do in your future? Um, Now I understand this might seem a little sad, but this is what I want to show you guys, like the reality of life. Even though you might always be living in a happy utopia state, there's a lot of people who are very, very depressed. Um, just imagine being homeless, guys. Imagine you can't fucking sleep anywhere. Like you have no bed, you have nothing, you know. And then compare that person's life, the person of someone who's born to a rich family. Like the perspective of how they see life is so different. So like everyone's lived such different lives. I don't know, man. Hmm. I think after a while as well, once you try so often, it can seem discouraging to even go again because you're like, what the fuck is the point? Like I tried for so long, but I just keep on doing it. Like I feel that too right now. Like man, like I've tried for so long, but what keeps me going is the fact that man, we're gonna die. We're gonna die someday. So like, why wouldn't you keep on trying? Even if it seems like impossible, you might as well keep on trying. Like there's really no harm in it. So I see that. I think you shouldn't rush either, because rushing means you have some sort of deadline, and I don't see why there should be a deadline. You know, if you're doing it for external clout and applause, then there is one. But if you're doing it just to do your best, then there's no time limit. Um, it's also kind of difficult to be confident in your decisions, because what that actually means is you do you, and when you actually put that into practice, and what that actually means is you're going against uh, everyone else, everyone else in the world, like their beliefs. So no one else sees the world how you do, or very few people do, but the exactly how you do is very little. So you can have a lot of judgment and criticism, and it's just all these little things piled on top with everyday living reality. It's just, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's not just the surface world for me. because a lot of internal stuff. So even the surface roads were required to just kind of progress in life. Then there's the internal stuff, you know, which is very strong, but doesn't really progress you, at least on a day-to-day basis. So that's the adventures of Vasco Gamero. What time is it? Let's see. It's 4 in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't sleep. I went to the gym. My shoulders fucked up. But, I don't know if anyone watches this. If you're even up to this point, just do it to like vibe with you, man. Like, or girl, I don't know. Like, I feel the what you feel, I guess. You know, how life is difficult, and no one said it was gonna be easy, you know. But just keep on trying. You know, all I see is get beat up and okay, get back up, get beat up, get back up. That's it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna post this, even though I wouldn't regularly post this because it's not some sort of inspirational shit. But this is part of me. It's like contemplative slash depressive, but it's not like negative. You know, it's depressive, but it's not negative in the sense that it's just. I think it's like stoicism, man. Like it's just accepting like what is life, part of suffering, whatever, making the best of it and bettering yourself. So yes, I do think life is hard, and there's depression and anxiety, and there's negativity and all this shit. That's it. It exists. So acknowledge it and try and be better. And yeah, every day try and be better. Okay, guys, take care.